Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Akil and I'm using iMovie to do this review as I'm using someone else's iPad. I'm in Malaysia right now and I'm going to be doing a review for Dora and the Lost City of Gold, guys. My cousin's also going to be in this review, guys, so just be respectful to him and what he has to say. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so to start with, for my pre-rating score, I'm going to say that Dora and the Lost City of Gold is an okay movie, guys. Yes, I thought this movie was okay. Nothing that surprising, that special. It was just right in the middle for me. So yeah. Alright, without further ado, let's talk about the story, guys. So the story of this movie is pretty much Dora and her friends and her cousin Diego. They wind up in the jungle and they have to try and find the city of Parapatra. And it's this ancient Aztec or Incan legend. Uh, and they have to go find it. But they're not treasure hunters; they're explorers. They even clarify themselves as that. They even say that in the movie, and so they have to go find the city. Avoid bad guys, avoid all this crazy stuff in the jungle. And it was an interesting concept at first because the fact that we get to see an older Dora as a teenager, it was interesting. But the main problem is the fact that it starts off with her in going to high school. So that I liked. I'll talk about the more the positives. But it was more about, the once they got into the jungle stuff, it got very like typical adventure stuff, stuff people seen before. But yeah, the main part of this movie, she and her friends have to find the city, her parents are also trying to find it, and these people after them, they want to find it, and people aren't who they say they are. So that's really it without spoiling the movie. Alright, guys, now let's just jump right into the positives. Alright, so to start off with, for the first positive, I'm gonna say that Dora and the Lost City of Ghosts' first major positive that there's some good acting. Yes, guys, there is definitely some good acting in this movie. Isabel Bono, Michael Pena, and Evil Tori's parents, they were okay, but Isabel Bono is probably the best. She's very energetic, and that's how Dora is in the cartoon, so that works. Some of the friends were okay. I didn't mind what's the kid's name that plays something Wahlberg? Is that Mark Wahlberg's son? I don't know. I didn't really that. I have no idea. But Mona was Isabel Mona was the best uh, person in this movie. She carried out the whole film through her own. So yeah. And Jenny Trigo and Benito del Toro, who voiced two characters who I won't spoil. You probably will figure that out when you watch the movie. They were good. They were fine on their own. And so yeah, the next positive I have to say is that I did like the fish out of the water sequences. When she arrived in high school and all that, it was totally different for her, and she had to fit in. I didn't mind that part of the film. That was more interesting personally for me because it was really funny to see her interact with a normal life and all that. And then when she sits on the jungle and that type of stuff, it was like, yeah, okay, we get it. Just move around. You don't have to keep saying you're from the jungle. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is that I really like the fish out of the water scenarios and situation sequences and all that. And when she was trying to dance, it was so embarrassing and pretty funny, but whatever. Alright, and finally, last but not least, my final positive that I have to say is that there were definitely some good chemistry between the characters. Like Dora and Boots, Dora and the parents, Dora and Diego, and Dora and her friends. The chemistry was also one of the best parts of this movie. Anytime they were bonding, she and her cousin Diego, I really like, because it's really about the heart. It's really the heart and soul of this movie and the story is about family. With any story, it's always about family sometimes, whether it's a kid's film or not. And that's also what sold the me on it because it was all about the relationships, and that's not something we usually see in the cartoon, but seeing it in the movie was great. So yeah. All right, now we have to talk about the hurtful stuff, the negative. I'm sorry, guys, I just have to. All right, so first up, the first major negative I instantly picked up was that there was barely any action. There was no action in this movie whatsoever, guys. The action in this movie was lacking. There was only one or two fight scenes. Apart from that, there was nothing else. It was all stuff to do with the adventure, which I don't consider as action, but that's really it. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Secondly, in my personal opinion, it wasn't that funny. It was not that funny, guys. Sorry. There were some jokes, one or two funny moments personally for me, but apart from that, it was not that funny. It was not what I had in mind at all. And last but not least, it didn't need songs. This is an adventure film. I get it's based on a cartoon for kids, for very little kids, but this is an adventure film. And I like how they're poking fun at the show and she was talking to the audience. Can you say this word? Can you say that word? That was made for jokes. Like they were kind of making fun of the show in a way. But they were attributing it. But they didn't need songs. I get it, they sing in the show, but the moment they start singing, it just felt like a Disney movie at times. I'm sorry. And the songs were so unnecessary. The end credit song was probably the most necessary song because nowadays every movie, even non-Disney film, that's a kids film, has to end with some musical number. So yeah. But that's all I have to say, guys, about this movie. Now I'm gonna hand it over to my cousin to what he has to say about it.
So, hi guys, I'm Akhil's cousin, and I'm also going to do my review on Dora and the Lost City of Gold. For me, I think it was a pretty good movie. I think the action scenes could do quite a bit more. The characters needed more, information to tell them what they are about. Like, they only described Diego and Dora and the parents. That's all they described. Other than that, they didn't describe anybody else. But I really like Diego. I think he's quite a good character. He always helps Dora no matter how much it is, even if it's like a tiger coming and scratching Dora. But yeah, the parents, I must say, was good. Michael Pena is super funny. He is insanely funny. The mom, I couldn't really say much. I know a lot about Michael Pena thanks to Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So yeah. And the mom apparently acted in some old TV show. I really don't know what that show is. And it was, well, it had a lot of detail to the designs of the gold and the characters and the monkey that's named Boots. And actually, he does wear boots. He really does. So, I think that it was a really, really, really good movie, but not that good. I mean, of course, Endgame was better, but maybe it could do slightly more. It's basically like Indiana Jones and Jumanji, but without the fight scenes. And without further ado, I'm going to give it back to my cousin. Bye.
Yeah, that was my cousin Vikram. He's 10 years old. Well, he's going to be 10, but he's like 9.75 years old. Whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like I said, be respectful in the comments down below. If you want me to do more reviews with him, just tell me. And how do you like how he does his reviews, guys? For a kid that his age, that's not that bad, I have to say. So yeah. Anyway, so to wrap things up very quickly, I'm going to say my score and then I'm going to give it back to him and then I'm going to end up the video. So, my final score for this movie, for Dora and the Lost City of Gold, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10. I just thought it was okay, it was right in the middle. This is the same score I actually gave Dumbo that came out this year. Yep, I thought that was in the middle. There are definitely movies better than it. Like he said, Endgame was obviously better. I thought Captain Marvel was better than this movie. But Dora and the Lost City of the Gold, I'm giving a 5 out of 10. Alright, let's go back to Vikram and see what his score out of 10 is going to be.
So, hi, I'm back again to tell my final score. And I think it should be about a 6 over 10. Yup, 6 over 10. That should be about it from me. I don't know if my cousin has anything else to say. Bye!
So yeah, he gave it a 6 out of 10, I gave it a 5 out of 10, but he's a 10-year-old kid, that's acceptable. Everyone has their own opinion, guys. No one has the same opinion, but hope you guys enjoyed this review, guys. If you like this, like this video, comment down below, and tell me if you want more reviews like this with my cousin and other people in the future. And how do you like his review styles? What could he change? I'd love to hear your feedback. He'd love to hear your feedback too. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name's Akil, and I'm signing out.